doing, guys?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome. So we're doing like a Q&A doodle podcasty madoodle. I don't know. A thingy madoodle. And
some fun stuff we could do while I was in the area.
Featuring fancy coffee froth.
Then that you get on TikTok, you know? Yeah. Everybody knows what TikTok is nowadays.
Yeah. And it's apparently, the U.S. is trying to ban TikTok.
Of course.
It doesn't surprise me.
And we have snack, because we're snacking people.
Snacks.
You didn't even bring anything for the guest. How rude.
No, I did not.
We don't have money for the guests in this house. If they want snack, they bring snack.
Yeah. Literally.
Well.
We're poor.
Rude.
I know.
At least you did. Not for the fact that you didn't bring me anything, but that you didn't warn me.
Can you get out of the packaging, please?
Because I literally live by the store.
No, yeah, you do. Anyways, so I did do a Q&A questionnaire thingamajig on Instagram. We did get a few questions, but like not enough to like make a video.
We could do like a 10-second video.
Yeah, and answer all the questions. So
we'll take those questions as like lead pointers, and then we'll just jump off there. This will be a very part where we just talk and just shoot the
Shoot and chill.
okay, we don't cuss on this channel.
Well, too bad. Because that was
Don't give camera boy more work than he has to.
It was the best way I could phrase it. Alright.
Yeah. So, should we start with the first question? Which is, everybody's stupid question, which is like, what's your favorite drink?
Oh. Yeah.
We can answer alcoholic and non-alcoholic favorite drinks because...
Well, I can only answer alcoholic because I don't know if I have any non-alcoholic favorite drinks other than like sodas.
Water.
Coffee.
Water.
Straight up G Fuel.
Tea.
Okay. Who's going first on that question?
I don't know.
You want to go? Summer, talk about what's your favorite drink? Non-alcoholic drink.
I don't know. I don't think I have one.
No.
I drink
It's
whatever I'm in the mood for.
Yeah, it's not something you like really think about, right?
No.
Okay, I have a favorite. It's called coffee. I'll live on coffee. I'd rather drink coffee than water.
I mean, I do enjoy me a good, like, iced coffee.
Yeah. Coffee is the greatest invention of all time.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
As well as tea.
What's your favorite drink? Pre-workout.
Oh, my God, yeah. Pre-workout.
Calling ourselves out here.
Yeah, I love pre-workout. We drink so much pre-workout in this house.
It's not even funny.
We don't even use it as, like, a pre-workout thing. We use it as a...
Pick me up.
Wake up in the mornings.
Oh my God, we can play. You know what we can play when we're done here? Just Dance. All three of us.
Oh my God, no.
It hurts me.
Yeah, but we gotta get you to the BMI they need you to so you can get your surgery.
Which is just...
Well, then it's actually a good thing to do, but...
Yeah, but
That's also why I was thinking we could also go for bike ride tomorrow, too. I think that's easy, too.
That's great. Wish I could do that, but I have school stuff to do.
Just casually. Well, I think the 30 is because after you're under 30, you're no longer morbidly obese, and that's what they're looking for, is to make sure that you're willing to be committed to the fact that you're not morbidly obese anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. At least it's not 25, okay? Give them that, like, it's not that many kilos.
Big crunch.
I love ice. Favorite snack, ice cubes. BMO. BMO's favorite drink is water. Favorite food is lettuce. Her favorite food is lettuce.
Oh, yeah.
Cat food.
Oh, yeah.
Cat vomit.
She freaking loves cat food.
Cat litter.
Cat litter. You name it. She loves that.
Yeah.
All of it.
Anything that's food related. And also not food related. As long as she can put it in her mouth, she's happy.
Yeah, literally.
She eats hairballs off the floor.
Yeah, and dust.
Um,
She loves dust. It's like you can never vacuum enough because she'll find more.
Yeah.
Like, and we pick up furniture and everything, and she still finds more. So, like...
She is your personal vacuum.
Literally, I call her a vacuum all the time. Alright, then what's her favorite alcoholic drink? Okay, so I've got two now. I've got two.
So,
No, I don't... Favorite drink. Okay, I have a go-to, which is, like, tequila and Fanta.
Yeah, like, it very much depends, like, to sit and enjoy, like, a good...
Then a good daiquiri, a mango daiquiri.
A good mango daiquiri.
If we're sitting there to try and get drunk, it's tequila. Now it's also vodka and orange juice. Vodka and orange juice is really easy to get down. Doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah, for the purpose of getting smashed the fastest, tequila and Fanta or...
Vodka and orange juice.
Anything that involves vodka.
Yeah.
Basically. In large quantities.
Yeah, that doesn't taste like alcohol, though, because I don't like the taste of alcohol.
It's also why I enjoy cocktails, because, like, they don't really taste like alcohol. And
margaritas are so good.
Never had one.
Margaritas are good. I mean, they look like poison because sometimes they're, like, bright, like, dishwash soaping blue. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they are that color of blue, and you're like...
That's my favorite kind of drink. Like, any, like, fluorescent, toxic colored. I'm like,
oh, yeah. When we got, what was it? Whiskey sours. Is that what we got? Like, down. Yeah, that was really good, too. I mean, you could still really taste the alcohol, but it was good.
But they were good.
Oh! And Liz,
what?
Where are you going to be for your day?
I haven't thought that far into my life yet.
It's in November, so I give you that.
But I don't know. It might be in where I live now.
Okay, well if you happen to come here, you can come hang out with us and get drunk in town.
Yeah.
We definitely need your nan to babysit Miss Weem here for your day again.
Yeah.
She had her last year.
Hi.
Could it be any less loud?
She could. She could, but she chooses not to.
It's a lifestyle choice.
All right, what about you, Andres? What's your favorite? Is yours just beer?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
That doesn't.
It's cocktail. Don't worry. But
what kind of cocktail?
I have two.
I forgot about White Russians. White Russians are also really good. You should try a White Russian. I think you'd like it. It's a coffee liqueur
thing.
Yeah, I don't have a phone. We should have brought Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Camera boy, will you bring me Baby Yoda?
I literally have a phone.
It's if I just want to have a good time where I just want a good tasting drink.
Yeah.
It's excuse me. It's.
Can I have Baby Yoda?
Where is it?
It's on the table, isn't it?
It should be.
Yeah, it's on the table.
It's a Tom Collins.
Oh yeah.
It's gin and sparkling water.
Yeah, sparkling water.
Danskvent.
Yeah. Danskvent. Danish water. Yeah. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah. But
yes, I would like
it
to
just
obtain.
Tastes, and then
Baby
it's
Yoda.
also
Thank you.
Formulated sugar, whatever. I can't remember the correct term.
Hi TikTok.
Flormelis.
Oh, powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar. I was about to say, I was like, isn't that powdered sugar?
Yeah, and that's...
Or confectionate sugar.
Yeah, confectionate sugar. That was the word I was looking for. But,
what do you mean?
And it's
what
just
do you need? Google.
so insanely sweet that you can down an entire glass in like 0.5 seconds.
Nice.
And then you're like, I paid $80 for this. Where the heck is it? God damn it. Give me another one.
I found what a White Russian was. Okay, apparently it wants me to have the Danish Wikipedia, which is not what I wanted.
You have to research now because you can't go back because you clicked the Wikipedia thing when it popped up.
White Russia works too. It's a White Russian drink. Alright, it's a cocktail made with vodka. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's vodka.
Coffee liqueur and cream served in an old-fashioned glass, like a whiskey glass. It's actually, like, rather cool. Like, depending on if I can get this image to actually, can I... Looks like I will make it show. We got a fancy schmancy iPad here, okay?
Got a new toy.
Well,
and it's got Baby Yoda on it.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Its name is Baby Yoda, and it's beautiful.
And then my second drink, if I want something that you can feel.
Like you want to get smashed, or
not,
do you
not,
just tipsy?
Feel
just
it
tipsy.
down your throat. The stingy and
no
just
thanks, no thanks.
The warmth. Mm-hmm. The nice feeling.
Schnapps.
It's a Moscow Mule. It's just so...
Schnapps. We don't talk about schnapps in this house. Oh my god, I have a great story about schnapps. I have a great story to schnapps. Is that what it's called in English?
Yep.
Is it?
Schnapps.
Schnapps.
Peach schnapps.
Schnapps. Okay, whatever. Schnapps. Okay, so Christmas time I was with a camera boy. And they were doing schnapps. You know, the shots that you do at Christmas time. Yeah. And he poured his who was it? His dad? I don't remember. Somebody poured me. They were like, "Do you want some schnapps?" I was like, "Oh God, no!"
You're gonna get it anyway.
No. They poured me a thing of apple juice and Cameron Boy gave it to me, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, I don't want to drink this." And he was just like, "No, it's apple juice, it's fine." So I take a sip and I just down the entire thing, and nobody except Mess and I think it was his dad knew that it was apple juice, so they all just stared at me like I was insane.
Yeah.
And it was just the most funny thing because I can do that with tequila shots. I can do that with vodka shots. I can't do that with schnapps. Schnapps is hurts.
No, that's the one where you have to sip, and I just don't get it. I don't. And I also do not like it, and that is where my family has accepted it because they love getting drunk. They're alcoholics.
Oh, same.
So
yes,
they get
I mean,
schnapps,
who doesn't? But like schnapps is just nasty.
Yeah. But, so, whenever they get schnapps, my grandparents, they make infused vodkas. Lemon. I usually get their lemon-infused vodka instead, so I get a lemon-infused vodka shot, and then they all get schnapps, so they just sit there and sip and I just down it.
Down! Chink!
Once my family gets to the, alright, let's bring up the schnapps and the port wine and all that kind of stuff.
That's where I'm getting in.
And it's like, if I'm at my uncle's, he's just like, you can just go take whatever you want in the small fridge in the pantry. And he goes to Germany a lot, so, you know, cheap alcohol, cheap sodas.
Specifically the border shops.
The border shops, yeah.
Let's be specific.
So, just, you know, you can go out and take a beer or soda or one of the ciders. Just take whatever you like. And I'm like, off I go.
Oh no, and then I was at Cameron Boy's sister's birthday, and she made this really nice gin with that lemon soda.
Schweppes
lemon. Schweppes.
And mango doodle stuff. Oh, it was delicious. Like, and again, I'm not a big alcohol tasting person. Like, I'm not sat there like, I could go for this flavored alcohol.
You're not like an alcohol connoisseur going, yes, that would go great with that. Like,
no, I just drink.
If it tastes good, I want it. If it's a cocktail, I ask somebody what's in it so I can make it.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big person of wanting to make stuff at home because it's cheaper. Yeah. Cheaper.
Of course.
So much cheaper. And then we go to town and we spend like 2,000 kroner on
alcohol. And we're just sat there the next day going,
oh yeah, I remember us at Yolde when it went past midnight and I went to get us another one of those drinks and then I stared at it and I was just like, what? And the guy was like, it's past midnight, they double. And I'm like, I just paid for it anyways, even though I'm sat there going, I don't want it anymore. But they were so nice at the place we went. I don't remember what was the bar we went to. I got a free chocolate bar.
Oh.
I got a free chocolate bar. Yeah. I was so fucking happy.
Yeah, that's the place. That's the reason I hate Zweig because they have that policy where it's half price. It's half price before midnight. And then it's because... I mean,
we just went to the one afterwards, which is fine with me, because I like that place better.
And we could smoke inside.
Yeah, you could smoke inside. You still can now, it's just in its own section.
Yeah.
But something that I liked was the bartenders were so sweet, and they were so flirty, and they were just the cutest little things on the earth. And the guy, he was sat eating a chocolate bar, and he just looked at me, and he did like
hands it over.
He hands it over, and I was just like... And he was like, do you want it? Do you eat chocolate? And I was like, yeah. And he was just like, you can have my chocolate bar. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I sat, like, walking around so pleased with myself. I got a chocolate bar from a bartender.
Yeah.
Sorry, sweetheart. Sorry. Don't sniff the iPad. It's very expensive.
Sniff it, Mom.
It's favorite country you've visited.
Oh. Well.
What the favorite country? Boy, I don't know. You, Miss Sumbum, have we are some little international...
That was very close to my face.
Okay. We're some cool international doodaddles over here. You are so Danish, you haven't even lived outside of Denmark. Whereas you were born in England. And I know that's such a minuscule thing, but like at least you lived outside of Denmark
Yeah,
for
but
2 years.
for like normie people that are like have never like moved outside of the country, they're like, oh my god, that's so cool. When did you move over here? When I was like a year and a half.
Yeah. And then he's been here his entire life,
Yeah.
and there's me who's lived, you know, well, no, now it's not half and half. Now it's not half and half. That's kind of cool.
It's under.
Yeah, I lived a portion of my life in the U.S. and then moved over here. Moved back over here.
Big part.
Do you know how? No, but do you know how confusing it is to tell people like I was born here, lived here, moved back, and they're like, what? And I'm like, ah.
Yeah. That's the story of my life.
I don't think I have a favorite country I visited. I really enjoyed Paris. Paris was nice.
Yeah.
Within limits. I didn't like
Yeah.
your
The
mom.
second
with
week
that.
is
I enjoyed Disneyland. Okay, I enjoyed Disneyland.
what we
I
got?
enjoyed going to Switzerland. Switzerland was really freaking cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. But to be honest, I think I would have to say my favorite country I've visited is probably Vietnam. Just because it wasn't what you're used to, I guess. Because every European country is kind of the same in like their manners and how they live. At least that's how I feel, and I've been in nearly every country in Europe. So I feel like I just kind of have to say Vietnam because it's so different. It was so exciting to see and visit.
You know what was the most different to me out of every country I've ever visited? The U.S. Like, every country I've been to, and I've been to Sweden, and I've been, like, Sweden and Denmark are so flippin' similar.
Yeah.
And it's outrageous how similar they are. Like, when people are like, oh, you know, they just have a friendly feud. We look identical! There's no difference between us! The only difference is, you want to know the difference, right? Denmark is bloody flat, and Sweden is got a bunch of mountains, and Norway's got a bunch of mountains, but guess what? We stereotypically look all the same. We're all flippin' blonde and tall.
Yeah.
We're all the same fucking people.
I should say if you're like 160.
Yeah?
You short little bean.
You say as you're really short for a man. You gotta remember that. The average here is 190.
I know!
Yeah, you're tiny.
And I was the tallest kid in my class until like the 7th grade.
You also gotta remember, I grew up in the US, so like all their food has weird stunting shit in it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna lie about that one. That one's already been proven.
Yeah.
Because both my parents are relatively tall, so my growth was stunted. Which makes sense as to why I've got weird bone tumors in my legs, you know.
Yeah. You had the Danish DNA and then the US just said like, nah. And then it was like, ah.
Yep, literally.
The U.S. goes, let's cripple our citizens.
Let's cut that.
Okay, woo! Over. I don't know. But also like the fact that like Sweden and Denmark are very similar. So is Norway. So I would say all three of those countries are very similar. But it makes sense. They're very close in proximity and all that.
And they
languages.
lived under the same kingdom.
Yeah.
They were all owned by the same
You got a painful
They were all
people at some
Denmark.
point. They were all Denmark at one point, yes. Can you please lay down? But you know what I think is the freakiest thing?
Goddamn dog.
Is the fact that England and the US are incredibly similar. And I know they're both English-speaking countries, and I know they were, you know, they're all descendants and blah, blah, blah. But the mannerism, aside from the fact that, where I grew up, you don't cuss. You don't. And it's the same. Like, otherwise it's the same. Mannerisms the same. Culture's the same. It feels relatively the same. Like,
yeah.
I go to England and I feel like I'm in the US. Like, it's roughly the same. The same amount of hyper-religious people I meet, people preaching on the streets, same amount of homeless people I see.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I just feel like I went back to the US when all I really did was go to England. And the language is it's slightly different, but it's still English.
Yeah.
Drive on the wrong side of the road.
But since you're saying that, then I kind of feel, since I've also been to England or London for only a few days, mind you, but then I feel like that the England is kind of the middle ground between those three countries, like the US, England, and Denmark. Because when I went to England or London, I just felt like I was in Denmark. It just felt the same.
Well, London is also a capital, so I feel like
it's
very
also extremely
hard.
It's extremely diverse and all that, but
It's very
also
hard
just
to compare with capitals.
Yeah.
But up
there's
in
so many different
Liverpool,
things
Manchester, all the smaller towns, they definitely felt like they were a part of the U.S. And it was just like, all right. I mean, except they cuss a lot more. A lot more. I mean, we cuss here. Comparatively, like, we cuss the most, obviously. But, like, because in England, it's still seen as don't do it in front of kids and stuff. Whereas in the U.S., it's like, don't even cuss in a store. Or at least where I grew up. Obviously, it's very different per state. But, like, where I grew up, you don't cuss in a store. Don't do that. And here I am, cussing left and right in the middle of a store because
nobody cares.
Yeah. We're just like, yeah, you're living your best life. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you, boo?
What about you? You got a country enjoy? I mean, you went to Turkey.
Yeah, I did.
You went to Turkey. Did you enjoy going to Turkey?
That's like a...
It's a touristy, big tourist
However,
town.
it was one of the big touristy places.
But like,
it was still
did you
fun.
like it?
Like,
I'd go to Turkey again. I want to go to Turkey, actually.
Yeah.
All right. You got a stupidest memory?
that one I'm gonna have to sit and...
Mine was falling into a bed frame.
Fastly.
Wait,
Mine was falling into the bed frame and busting my knee open and getting a bunch of stitches.
how the hell did you do that?
Wait, you haven't seen the video on me talking about that?
I might have, but I have the shittiest memory.
I went to the bathroom and I was like, and I just turned off the light. And my mom, she has a chihuahua and it's not a big fan of me. So it barks at me. So we keep the door closed so he doesn't come and bother me and stuff because he does not really care for me. He puts up with me now, but he didn't really like me in the start. So went to the bathroom, peed, went back in, and I've got, okay, I'm sorry. I've got a light blocking curtains.
Yeah,
blackout curtains.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking
I have
for.
those as well.
I wish.
And it was 5 in the bloody morning. And I closed the door, and I was like, I know the bed is in this direction, so I just walked to it. I went to put my leg up. I wasn't all the way at the bed. I slipped on my blanket quilt. It was a quilt. It's a quilt. And fell directly into the metal frame that holds the mattress in place. Managed to flip myself quick enough that it didn't hit my kneecap, but managed to split my head open and give myself a concussion. Yeah. And I woke my mom up, and it took me approximately 2 minutes to register that I was injured. Because I managed to hit my head so hard that I knocked myself out on the floor.
Oh, damn.
I think one of my funniest memories is...
you
my side of that story is me here in Denmark coming out from an exam, and a friend of ours go, "Oh, have you looked at your phone yet?" And I was like, No,
Why should I?
what? And she's like, "Oh, Jess got like 8 stitches in her knee," and I just start laughing because I'm like, she's in the U.S., of course she fucking got stitches. And then I open my phone, go to Snapchat, and she's like, guess who's in the ER? It's 5 a.m.
I got a tetanus shot, and the worst thing is the tetanus shot hurt more than those damn stitches. I hated it. I hated those stitches. Those stitches can go and screw themselves. I hated it. I hated those tetanus shots. It's tetanus shot I'm complaining about, not the stitches. But the stitches can also go screw themselves. I didn't enjoy having them. But that tetanus shot, my whole arm hurt for 3 whole bloody days. My leg I could barely feel. My arm, though. My arm. It was...
Oh, God.
my mom was a blessing during those days. I got a lot of cheese curds from Culver's. I had a great time. We had pizza.
That's great.
Pizza.
My mom made the joke, if you just wanted me to stay home, you could have just said so. Because my mom only had so many days of vacation while I was visiting her.
Yeah.
She was like, if you just wanted me to take another day off, you could have just said so. Because it was on the second day she'd gone back to work that I busted my leg open. I still remember getting up and my mom like, no, let me help you get up. And I was just like, no, I just stood up. I just stood up.
You were just like, I'm done with this.
I just held the towel to my knee, walked to the car.
Doggo, please chill out.
Hello? Why?
Why do you have to do this?
Why? She's one luxury dog. But yeah, so that's my stupidest memory I can think of.
I mean, one of the stupid things I remember is me being a small child. We're in Legoland because we used to do like a yearly trip to Legoland. That's like a family trip. And it was like, it's the end of the day. We were about to go home, going to go pee and stuff because, you know, it's still like a good long drive before going home and stuff. And me being a child sees, you know, these Barbie helium balloons and I must have one. Now,
Of course.
my mom is holding said balloon. I'm standing outside the toilets with my grandmother and we're waiting for my mom to be done. And then my mom comes out and I go, I also need to pee. Hand my grandmother this balloon. And then she doesn't get the string properly before I let go of this balloon. So I just remember it dramatically just flying off into like space or something. And then there's me having a hysterical fit because of this balloon. And so we scuttle around before Legoland closes to see if we can find somebody else selling Barbie helium balloons. No, there was no more Barbie helium balloons. The place was closing. I had to be picked up and moved out of the park because I was just not happy. I wanted my balloon. I was just so upset. My dad was like, "Oh no, what do?" My mom was like, my dad stood in the corner somewhere going, "I want to go home." Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
I had like some weird obsession with balloons as a kid though. Because every time we would go to like markets and stuff and I'd see helium balloons, I'd immediately go, I need one. Just to have it slowly die in the corner of my room.
That's great. That's great.
Just slowly every day getting lower and lower to the ground because the helium goes out of it.
Yes.
That's a lovely thing to
And
say.
my mom going, throw it out! And I'm like, no.
When it's completely flat, I'll throw it out.
No. It's like, I wanted to keep it.
Then it's gonna be hanging on the wall.
Yeah. Other than that, I just made a wall full of dead helium balloons.
I wonder what... Okay, so we definitely have to get something as a souvenir from Juris when we go. Like, not a helium balloon. Not a helium balloon.
I was not sure about to say balloon.
No!
Yeah.
You know how I feel about balloons. I don't like them.
It's just, you know, the foil ones, they don't even make a sound. Like, you make a hole in it and it just kind of goes on the ground. Like, they don't even go boom.
They don't even go boom. No, I have a really nice squid hat from when I went in 2015, I think it was. I don't remember how old it was. That was 15, 16.
Yeah.
So somewhere around those years.
Yeah.
I don't remember. 15, maybe 2016, maybe I was 17 when I went, but I remember being 15, 16.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It was with Jonathan, so I don't remember when. It was back in my childhood.
Yeah.
Back in my young days. Back before I turned to be a proper adult.
Back before you met us.
Yeah, back before I met y'all.
Oh, y'all.
Oh, y'all.
Oh, y'all.
Oh, no, I think that's one thing that I really despise about myself is my mixture of British, American, and Danish all into one language.
That's the best kind of language.
No, somebody's like, oh, do you speak American or British English? It's like, yeah, it depends on the day. Like, I can do British English one day, I can do American the other day.
It changes hour to hour, you know.
Yeah.
No, it's like I can also do all like the Scouse slang that they have up there where my dad lives, and if I go and visit, I'll have like a slight tinge of a British accent.
Bring it home.
I bring home like the slightest tinge of British accent, and I'm sat there like, no, stop. Because I hate it. But I've been told it's a good thing to have, that you can just adapt to languages really easy,
Yeah.
but it is sometimes a little frustrating because I don't like listening to myself.
Because you come home and
Yeah.
you sound like a complete idiot because you stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and I hate it.
The
but I
accent-
can't help it. It's
Yeah.
not like I want to sound like that. It just happens from being over there.
Yeah. No, my dad does it, like, if he's been talking to his sister a lot, because she lives in London, so and she's been living in London for, like, you know, her entire life. I don't know.
Probably.
Long time. And so, like, if he's been talking to her for, like, a hot second, you can hear him do it, and I'm like,
Please stop.
please stop.
My dad hasn't really started adapting yet. My dad's lived there 2 years. It takes me like 2 days before I start doing it. 2 days. My dad's lived there 2 years.
Yeah.
I get the accent quicker than he does. And that just, I feel like that says a lot.
Yeah,
And that could be because,
I-
like, I used to speak really Southern, you know, my Southern,
Yeah,
but speaking that Southern American as I used to.
I don't-
I mean, I used to speak, like, semi-ghetto. And I mean that, like, that's how we would call it. We would be, like, we have Southern, then we've got ghetto speak within our town.
Southernness.
Well, within the town I lived in. You've got the people who speak ghetto, you got the people who speak Southern, then you got the ones in the middle. So I would speak what's roughly in the middle because, you know, I went to school, so you get a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
And I came here, and then, you know, it changed to whatever this is. And then now it's just like, now it's a mixture of, like, British and American. Like, when people ask, what's your accent sound like? I
I don't know. Depends on the day.
don't know. Yeah.
Is there a specific one you want me to do?
Yeah. I mean, also when people are like, oh, what accent does Danes have? Well, majority of them sound like either a Brit, an American, or depending on how old they are, if they're rather old, they sound really Danish. Like, that's
Yeah.
when they start sounding Danish.
Yeah.
But if you talk to younger people,
You don't hear
It's,
it.
it's
you can't hear
American
it at all.
Or British, yeah.
you can't hear that that's their second or third language.
Yeah.
You can't hear it at all. And that freaks people out. It's like, well, they've got to have an accent. I mean, they might if you go to a Persian person, majig.
Those
Yeah.
or
Dialect
those who
professor.
just aren't confident in speaking English. Like
Yeah.
they have like good grammar and everything, they're just not comfortable speaking it.
Yeah.
Then you hear it a little bit too.
Yeah. Because they're trying to revert into their old ways.
Old ways.
That is the Danish ways.
we did in the 1800s.
1692?
Yes.
In 1692?
Of course.
Yeah, I don't think you know the reference.
No.
It's Salem Witch Trials.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, in 1692.
I need that.
Back when I was alive.
It is 22:40. You do not need a nap.
I need a nap.
No, you can have some more coffee. Okay. You can have some-
God, that's been a step.
That's a good idea.
Camera boy!
Oh my god.
You're gonna
I'm
speak
just
light.
like, oh god. What have I done now?
We would like to make a formal request for another cup of coffee.
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you. I won't make that comment. I'll make it later. Camera boy! Camera boy! Camera boy! Nice neck. He squinted his eyes at me. You know what we should do as a video? Just out of pure
Watch
laziness
TikTok?
and watch TikToks.
No, we just record when we go out and we sit out on
Oh
the
yeah,
porch.
we sit outside and we like vape and whatnot. But like
And
majority
whatnot.
of the time we just stare at the.
Yeah.
Well, it was my phone, and then we got an iPad, and then now it's on the
Yeah,
iPad.
it came in the mail
Because
Monday.
it's so big, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. We're gonna
There's a
draw on
system
it.
update.
There's a system. I don't give
A hoot.
about that. A dang. I
Darn
also
true.
know all the like cover up cuss word slangy madoodles,
course you
whatever
do.
they're called, like mother trucker and all those.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that you would say to not cuss, but you're still cussing, but you're not.
Yeah.
I know all of them,
Because
but I don't care because I'll still cuss.
Yeah.
I live in a country where I could literally scream. Fucking nobody would
Nobody
care.
would care.
Nobody. I mean, sure, depending on the context, maybe somebody would look at me and make sure I'm okay. But otherwise, like, no, there wouldn't really be.
what context?
I mean,
sorry.
I mean, I just have the habit of, or I had the habit of going shoot.
Bye bye, camera boy.
So I just like, you know, almost go shoot.
Oh, I did that once. The
Shoot
first
at
time
my
I
turn.
ever cussed. That is a bloody good memory. First time I ever cut, I said, "What?" And my mom and I just ran in the bathroom because I thought my mom was gonna murder me for cussing. And I mean, she didn't care. She was like, "Okay, please don't like cuss on a regular basis." And now
Can we do Danish words? Do we have to bleep those out?
What?
Danish cusses? Do we have to bleep those out too?
Guess what? Did you know fucking Danish is fucking
Yeah,
English?
I did know that. No, I remember when we used to, when a small child was living in an apartment, me having found the wonders of for helvede.
And for fanden.
For fanden.
For fun.
For fanden. That was my favorite. My favorite
For fanden?
thing. For fanden.
Yeah.
For helvede. And it was my favorite words, and my mom was not
Yeah,
happy.
for fanden.
She'd be chasing me around the apartment, wanting to smack me, but not really.
Just
Yeah.
wanting to smack you.
My dad did it once.
That shows why your relationship went to crap. Oh,
Yeah.
I regret none of that. I regret none of that.
And it was like, you know, the proper stereotypical ass spanking.
Mm.
Yeah. Small little me must have been like. Well, we were still living over in the apartment, so I've been anywhere between 3 and when did I start school? I think it was 7. So anywhere in between there.
I just got grounded a lot.
Yeah. My parents
Never let that
never
happen.
cared enough.
My parents didn't care about me.
No, but that's literally it. They
Oh no,
didn't
the
care.
bad thing is I know because you don't know how to cook, you don't know how to clean, you don't know how to do anything. You're just like a walking manifestation of a child because you don't know how to do anything.
As
You
a
can't
child.
cook, you burn everything. Cleaning, like, you pull out the vacuum and you vacuum like one straight line and you go, I'm done! It's like, that's not how it works, kid.
Yes, it is.
Make the bed and you like throw the covers in the corner or some crap. I don't know. Like, I know your parents didn't give enough tries. You don't know how to wash dishes by hand.
Yeah, because why, when you have a dishwasher, why do it by
Oh
hand?
no, I had a dishwasher as a kid. Guess what? Once a week I started to wash the dishes just in case the machine broke because it would once in a while. So I
I
had
just like to play with the water at my nan when I was a kid. Like,
Oh, of course you did.
I don't know, just be in the kitchen playing with the water in the sink.
Of course you did.
But we also learned in school how to do the dishes by hand.
Yeah, we didn't even learn that. When we had
What
to.
kind of schools did you go to?
Yeah, guess what?
when
I
we had
didn't
to-
learn anything in school in the U.S. Like, if I tell you, like, what we did, none of it makes sense to anybody. Come on, my health book had the genitals censored. In a health book.
Well, yeah, because, you know, all
You're-
spaghetti-o.
You're not supposed to get aroused in school.
'Cause, oh my
Oh,
god.
I remember the puberty talk, too. Like, oh my god, you get your period, this is a tampon, this is a pad, there you go. Men, here, this is a condom, this is what it looks like. Would you like one? And that was the
All
end
the-
of our
all
talk.
the
Oh, and don't forget, your parents have to allow you to go. They have to sign a consent form.
All the girls, like, got a small demonstration of this is how pads work, and this is how tampons work, and then everybody just kind of got condoms yeeted at you. But here you go, have fun.
And then I come here and I get my first ever proper sex ed, right, in 9th grade. And I was like, I mean, first off, I was like super uncomfortable because I grew up in a country where you don't talk about it, you don't think about it, you don't look at it, you don't, nothing.
You don't eat it.
You don't
Lick
even
it.
have the mental idea that two people might have sex. Like, you know, it's just not, it's fubutu, it's completely fubutu.
Well, yeah, because, you know, babies come from fucking cabbage patch.
Cabbage Patch Kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I loved Cabbage Patch Kids. I had one as a kid. I loved them. They're so cute.
Oh, boy, what did I
They
do?
look like little monsters.
Furbies are little monsters. Anyway,
I loved Furbies. Until
Well,
I
you
grew
are a
up. I grew
monster.
up and I went, oh, what the hell is that? I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, it's
No,
blinking
I-
at me. Set it on fire.
I had one, and it was like a big one. And in the middle of the night, he would just sit there in a corner, and he would just make sounds. And I'm like,
oh, that's me and my Baby Alive doll when I
stop
was younger.
it.
That was me. I had like 3 or 4 different types of Baby Alive dolls. I loved them as a kid. Loved them, right? And they were the ones you'd feed, and they would take a poop, of course, and whatever. Had a few different ones. Well, I remember I had to remove them from my room every night because they would just start making random sounds in my closet at night, and they scared the bloody shit out of me because I was scared they were gonna eat me. And I think I was like 8 or 9 years old at that point. I thought this plastic inanimate object was gonna kill me.
You need to hear the absolute dumbest thing.
Yeah.
So back in the good old days of VHS tapes,
Oh yes, VHS.
when there
yeah.
used to be trailers
Oh yeah.
before the movie
Yes.
or whatever would start, I had on one of them, I don't remember what it was,
Yeah.
but the trailer for The Grinch
Oh yeah.
was on it. And The
Scared you?
Grinch just terrified me for the longest time.
Of course he did.
And so, come Christmas time, if the trees on the I can't talk. If the lights on the Christmas tree were on and I'd have to go up and pee at night and stuff, I just wouldn't be able to look at it because all I saw in my mind
Was the Grinch.
was some kind of green monster waddling around the Christmas tree, and it just scared me so bad. And like even now, I'm like, I have like this small little hidden fear in the back of my head that like some green thing is gonna.
Is that why we don't get Christmas trees?
Yeah.
I haven't had a Christmas tree since I was 13.
Like I didn't watch.
You know how depressing that sounds though? Like if you think about it, it's like, oh, I haven't had Christmas tree since I was 13.
But then, like I hadn't watched The Grinch.
I love the Grinch!
I hadn't watched it until we watched it at school, like the last day
Uh-huh.
before Christmas holiday. In 7th grade. Cause it just scared me, but as a child, I was like, I'm never watching it. No, no, and I wasn't even paying attention to the movie. I was sat drawing,
I love the Grinch.
and my teacher was like, "Pay attention, watch the movie," and I'm like, "No."
I love the Grinch because guess what? That's how I feel about Christmas,
Yeah.
except my heart doesn't just warm up and get happy about it. No, I still hate Christmas.
Yeah.
Fuck Christmas.
Yeah,
Oh no.
it's not that great. It's snowy. It's gross.
No, I love snow. I love snow. This
As long as I
blanket
don't have
of
to
white.
be outside.
And the blanket of white outside. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, but it never gets like that.
If you're lucky and you get up early enough in the morning.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, but-
See?
Who has the capacity to do that?
Me.
When you have to go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the snow is still fucked up.
Not if you get up early enough.
Yeah, if you get up
Yeah.
early enough. Not if you
No.
get up early enough.
Who
Not
can
if
do that?
you get up early enough. Do you understand? Do you need it in Danish?
Better like if you just take a route to school that nobody else does.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a problem for me because every route I could take, everyone takes.
That's upsetting.
That's upsetting. Guess what? Like, this was my first year going to a school that was in my town. I've always had to take some sort of public transport to get to school.
The first...
And then Corona hit and I had to stay home and it was bloody amazing.
The first 10 years of going to school of my life, I literally just had to walk 5 minutes that way.
Yeah. So, that was the same for
I
me.
take a school bus in the U.S., you know, the yellow school bus. Yeah, and then if I got there 5 minutes early, I could technically take the short bus.
Short bus.
Yeah, they do. They have the short buses. I mean, you can't get on them if you don't have a slip medullary, but, you know. They
The-
wouldn't look at me and think about it.
The U.S. is such a mess.
You feel a little bit different. I mean, I went back, and I mean, nobody really stared at me when I went back, so.
That's great.
Yeah. Nobody really recognized me. It's more fun when I recognize people than when they recognize. They don't
Yeah.
recognize me at all because I don't look anything like I did when I was 13. But I recognize them because they haven't changed at
Yeah.
all. At all!
That's me with old classmates. Like, I see them around in town every now and then, and I'm like, I know you. I know you. We used to, like, be decent good friends for, like, 5 years. And, like, we make eye contact and, like, acknowledge we made eye contact, but there's no recognition on their face. And I'm like, you look the same.
Yeah, there are some people who just haven't changed. A lot of my old junior high school classmates look the exact same. But it's the same. All my 9th grade classmates from Denmark, they all look the same. Yeah. Okay, except one. One of them is bald now. And I think one of them is dead.
Okay.
One of my high school classmates is dead. She died from a blood clot in the leg.
Oh.
Blood thing. She had a blood disease.
Bad.
She had either REDS or VEDS. One of them, anyways. Yeah. So she could easily get blood clots. But yeah, she died like 2 years ago.
Sad.
20. I think she was 20.
Oh, it's terrifying though.
Yeah, it is very terrifying. But they knew it was going to happen. They constantly talked about it. That she would die young because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to a lighter note.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to think of something to talk about. I don't know. Is that it? We've been talking for an hour.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's
random conversations with us.
We try our best.
Summer and me and plus friend, because we might do it with a plus friend.
Yeah.
And Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
We're going to start drawing on it once we can afford an Apple Pen. Those money hogs!
We need to find a cover with Baby Yoda on it.
Yes! I need a Baby Yoda tattoo, too.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. And it needs to be right over here.
You need a rubber duck.
Yeah, on your titty.
Mm.
On your titty.
My booby.
On your booby, yeah.
My Bobby.
Alright. Oh, I touched my tattoo.
Don't do that.
And it hurt.
Don't
That
do
hurt.
that. Stop it.
That's stupid.
It actually, like, hurts mine. Mine is so sore. No.
Does it hurt?
Yeah.
Does it hurt?
It feels like I have a massive bruise.
You remember I hit my leg the other day? Like, look at that. Look at that. Like, I know it's a little hard to see, but like,
do that?
oh, but it's like so sensitive. Like, just, no. Anyways, we're gonna go play video games.
Hey.
See you guys next week. Bye.